Heroes. Defined by their courage and selflessness towards others. Someone who has noble qualities and someone who is willing to take risks and sacrifices in an effort to help others or achieve this noble goal. This perfectly describes our character today being Laplace, the leader of the Matisse squad. Anyway, welcome back guys, and today we have another Nikke video for you all to enjoy. Seeing as you really like the other ones, they probably do the most views in terms of any other videos on my channel, going by series of course. And I mean, Nikke kind of started my entire YouTube career, so why not do another one? Because like you like them, I like them, so why not do another one? Now I actually had a video recorded before. I think it's like a 3-minute version of this video. However, that file got corrupted, so this is like basically the second retake of that video. So it might not be the best version. The first version was absolutely top quality, so I hope this one goes well. And yeah, as always, please subscribe and of course like and hit the bell so you never miss a video. And also, since we're close to hitting 500, please hit the subscribe button like I already mentioned, because I do of course want to reach that goal. Now for some background on our Laplace character, or shall I say my most favourite Nikke in all of the game. Because I've had many top 1 Nikkes before, but this character's just like done a spark in me, almost. I think that's the best way to put it. Almost set a spark off in me, if I'm being honest. Anyways, Laplace was basically a Nikke who wanted to be a hero in a way, but was unconsciously prideful and of course arrogant, similar to Homelander in a sense, minus the crimes. Anyway, after being nearly corrupted, she became fearful of pursuing this dream. However, after some pep talk with the main character, she became the hero we all know and love. So that's some basic stuff. Anyway, Laplace should immediately be superior to all nameless Nikkes, and somewhat comparable to Loudmouth, who was able to blast through 4 whole buildings in one shot. Now, from my stance, I believe that most SSR Nikkes, or Nikkes which aren't like, you know, the most weakest rarities, basically would scale towards Loudmouth's feat, and Pilgrims and all those higher classes would probably range into Island level to Large Island, and then of course the non-canon Nikkes would probably range into like Planetary, on occasions Planetary, or even sometimes Country level. So, not really a bad start, since it will get her like town level at base, which is pretty good, because this feat is probably one of the most powerful in the verse. Now, her other feat is basically when she masters her cannon, in a sense. Basically her main weapon that she carries around. So in this cutscene, she basically obliterates a ton of fodder raptors. I use this in the rapture scaling video, just to prove how weak the mid-tier raptors are, or the lower tier raptors, because they just are basically punching toys to the higher classes of Nikke. Now, I haven't actually got this feat calced, however you could range about into large building or city block due to the fact there was a ton of raptors around her and the explosion was quite massive. And I have said in the past that these lower level raptors could roundabout probably be large building or small building, since stuff like tanks and armed vehicles basically did nothing to them at all. So saying large building level to city block ain't really a bad suggestion. Of course, this isn't compared to her feat of being, you know, comparable to Loudmouth, like I already mentioned. Now, our next best feat is her lifting strength feat, which I mentioned in the Guilty scale. Here's the definition of what a lifting strength feat is. Now, Laplace is actually able to lift an entire building with her bare hands. Yes, bare hands. And not 2 hands, not 1 hand. I mean, technically, yeah, 1 hand. Which is crazy to say the least. And this will be around about Class K lifting strength, which is actually probably the strongest lifting feat in all of Nikke. Even surpassing Guilty's lifting feat, which was lifting the giant clam. Now, for speed feats, she's consistently shown to be at least supersonic to supersonic plus. She herself states that dodging 10 bullets simultaneously is light work, and she could probably just do that without any diff. basically negative diff. And she could at least be comparable to Harvester's Beams. This guy, basically the main Rapture or Tyrant class that we see in the Nikke trailer. And in this trailer, he was featured to basically one-shot a bunch of F-16 jets. Now, Jesus Christ, F-16 jets, roundabout can be, in terms of speed, calced at like supersonic to like supersonic plus. So that would be roundabout a safe spot to put her at. But yeah, that's pretty good. Now for hacks, she has the usual ones, such as Regenerative Immortality, which is basically in every single Nikke. She of course has an immunity to diseases. The immunity to diseases actually came from her description, which is wild to me. She actually is the one who basically is a standpoint for all the resistance to diseases hacks for all the Nikkes, because it's first explained in the mission. I forgot what the mission was called, but it does include her and her squad, and we do of course learn later on that Nikkes are actually immune to all diseases. Now you could also argue she has resistance to corruption, because she does resist corruption in a sense, not to the point of like where it can be compared to Red Hood, because Red Hood did a way better job. I mean, she literally fought it off twice, one in her story and the second one in Rappy's story, so it's not that good. It's like a mid-tier resistance to corruption. Now for the new stuff, she has her marksmanship, her beam manipulation, which is the most devastating attack, probably one of the most strongest beam attacks in the series. I'm pretty sure she's the only one with a beam attack, if we're not counting the non-canon Nikkes or the crossover Nikkes. And even then, she also has her explosion manipulation, which is via her laser beam, and of course via her abilities actually in the game. She should of course have a resistance to lightning attacks via her being an Iron Code, which is description here. Basically, Iron Codes are superior to lightning and have a resistance to it, so basically if she was shot with lightning, she'd just resist it without any difficulty. So that's pretty much it for Laplace. Now Laplace, from my view, is a character that Nikke could explore very well, and give a bit more backstory, because I know she had her character arc, probably one of the best character arcs, a top 5 for me personally. But we have of course got an extension to her character in the new manga that dropped. Yes, there is actually a Nikke manga. I'll actually post a link in the comment section, but there is actually a Nikke manga. Now unfortunately it doesn't really show much feats for Laplace, but it does explore her character more better, and provides us some interesting panels, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm glad Nikke is actually doing something with the character, because the character is really interesting from my standpoint. However, I do wish that the character does get a new skin, or at least maybe a new like unit, because we have seen a ton of new costumes in this new manga, so I wouldn't be surprised if she got a new costume in a sense. But yes, if you want to scale Laplace, she would roundabout be max town level, or if you want a lowball, you could say of course large building to city block, but I wouldn't recommend it because she does have of course clear comparable strength to Loudmouth. So iron level, not iron level, what am I about? Town level to supersonic with the speeds. So pretty decent for a low level Nikke. Now anyways, as always, thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. And please like and subscribe, as always. Bye bye.